Hello, everybody.
How's it, guys?
Name is Shane Graham. Welcome to our podcast,
Yeah.
R&R, Roots and Resilience.
Cool.
And what we are trying to achieve on this platform is to motivate, inspire the youngsters or even the older folk
Yeah.
out there. You know, we just want to give a bit of our journey through life, our experiences, and then also just opening up the platform. Who knows where this channel can go?
Absolutely.
We
Yeah.
want to bring people in and just to help us as a community. We two youngsters that was born in Mitchell's Plain.
Or maybe we're not that young anymore.
Uh,
But
Oh,
middle age.
Oh, middle age. Yes,
I know it's hard to believe, like, because what's the thing, like you're as old as you feel. So when we look back, like if I remember my parents at 40, yeah, they were old, eh? But now we almost at 40, so
I still feel
I don't
early
think we're young.
20s. But anyway,
sorry to interrupt you, Shane. Yeah.
so yes, we grew up in a time of lack of opportunities. I mean, our generation before us had it a bit harder, but it was still rife in the time that we grew up, with lack of opportunities. And we're just here to give a little bit of hope to the youngsters that's out there. I think to some aspects now with the negatives of drugs and gangsterism on the increase and our political stance in our country, there's just no hope.
Yeah, there's
We
a lot
find-
of challenges that young people are facing today. That if I think about when we were maybe in our young teens, like we came out of like apartheid. So like we were like when 1994, I think I started school around that time. So that was where we sort of started from, and when we look at society today and the challenges that young people face today, it's just as challenging in different ways. You know what I'm saying? There's still these things that are keeping our people, our young particularly colored people, if I'm going to be honest, is because that's where we see the biggest needs, is where we see a lot of ourselves and, the challenges that we've maybe experienced in our past. And we just want to add some positivity, to the young guys and even to people older as well, just to give them something to think about, something to motivate them and encourage them, show them people, not just us, but other people that have accomplished things in their lives, people that are just like us, showing people that it's possible.
Yes. No, because I mean, at the end of the day, we all strive for happiness, and if we're living in such a bleak world of today, how do we achieve that stance of happiness?
Exactly.
And, sometimes just listening to someone that can talk about a situation that they've been through and how they got through it, and it just gives a glimmer of hope.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
and maybe that glimmer was all you needed. So hopefully this channel can bring that for you. If you feel it's not totally your thing, maybe just listen to us for a little bit. Maybe something in that little time spent listening to us might grab you. And that's all we're trying to achieve, is to give back on our experiences,
Absolutely.
because I feel there's a great need. And yes, we can go out there and go chat to 100 people, but this platform, everybody's on the internet today, or most people, so that's why this platform is ideal.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I think if I think about how we started, where the discussion came from, because this is something that I think we've probably spoken about on and off for like a few years. Like it started off with being like, let's go to our community, let's have like live discussions with, kids at high schools and so on. And we do still want to do that, obviously. But we also, I think recently we thought, how can we have a discussion for the masses, that's accessible to people, in a platform that is at their fingertips in most cases. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's why we believe that there's things in our lives that can actually be of encouragement to other people, and that's really why we're here. We're not comedians, so this is not like the funny podcast, but we're gonna talk about some deep stuff sometimes, and I think
We
it's
like to just
important
keep
to
it
have
real.
that
We just wanna
opportunity.
keep it
You know,
real.
there should be a place for everything. You know, and even though we're not always going to be funny, sometimes we might be serious. The goal is really to be real, like you were saying, be authentic and talk about things that I think people can relate to. I think that's the most important thing. You know, I don't think there's like we are relatable in every aspect, but we hope that the topics that we talk about will open a discussion for people to, you know, to learn things that they might not have thought about before.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. And obviously, there's gonna be critics out there, which you know we're happy. I mean, we know that we're gonna have to deal with at the same time, but we're here for people that actually wants to listen, and that needs some motivation. So, guys, we wanted to keep the intro short. We were just wanting to, you know, let you know what we're trying to achieve on this platform. But soon we'll start the channel with some sessions, and then we'll get into it, and hopefully, you know, this thing will take off to where we can get people interacting, and
Guys,
if it's
it's,
one person,
Absolutely.
then we've achieved something.
I think for both of us, this is a discussion. You know, it's a greater discussion than just us talking here. It's a discussion that we hope will reach people that need it. You know, so yeah. So hopefully that is what it will do, and we're excited. I'm excited to do this. It's been a long time coming. We don't have all the logistics right, but you know what? We believe that being available and doing what we need to do is going to take us to where we need to go. So we hope you guys will find it useful and helpful and valuable. But guys, we're definitely going to try to put out content as soon as possible and as regularly as possible.
Yes.
And we hope that you enjoy it.
We'll listen in, yeah.
Yeah. So wait, just before we go, like this R&R podcast, it's Roots and Resilience.
Yes.
Can we talk about like where that name came from? How did we come on that name? I'm trying to think because
Now we chose the name. We were, I think it was Roots. It was Roots.
Roots and something else.
Roots and something else. So you phoned me and you said
Resilience sounds better.
it sounds better. R&R.
R&R, yeah.
No,
Yeah,
we had both words. We had Roots and we had Resilience somewhere hanging there.
Yeah, but I think the reason why we eventually sort of landed on that is because this is a discussion about, you know, we're going to talk a lot we're going to talk a lot about where we come from and, you know, the reality of that, and being resilient enough to not let your roots, I think it's important to be grounded by your roots, but your roots also need to grow. You know, that's important.
And most importantly, we from Mitchell's Plain, but this is not a Mitchell's Plain show.
Yeah.
Okay. We're talking about anybody, no matter what culture you are. If you're sitting in a situation where you just feel that there's no way out, you know, you in school, your parents are not around, you've got you know, it's just your grandma which just gets a pension, and you got a drug addict brother that steals your grandma's money, and there's just nothing going for you. We want to be that hope and let you know that, listen, there is a way out. Your creator will take you out of that situation, but he wants you to be steadfast. He wants you to focus. Okay? So I don't want to give too much away because we're going to speak about certain things, aspects. Yeah. So spend your data on listening to us. See, we can be funny here and there, but I think we're going to be a lot serious because we're busy with serious stuff in life. Time is of essence because we don't have a lot of it. So we don't want you to make mistakes that a lot of people are making. We want you to we want to teach you to take the initiative to learn and listen to people that's made mistakes so that you can make the right decisions.
Absolutely.
But we'll talk more about that. And coming back to roots. So our roots is from Mitchell's Plain. And our journey through our journey, the resilience has come.
Absolutely.
And has involved us to where obstacles that comes our way, because problems never stop coming. It's just allowed us to divert it, deal with it in the manner that we were taught through our journey. And because, it's always going to be there, but it's what we make of it, But yeah, so please don't get us wrong. We are from Mitchells Plain. We might say Mitchells Plain quite a few times, but it's not addressed to Mitchells Plain only. So no matter what ethnicity you are, community you're from, if you that person that needs to just listen to some motivation or encouragement, please, you are the target.
Yeah.
Or even if you are a person that's privileged and in a space, but you still in a place where you're not happy, maybe something that we tell you can make you or help
think
you
about things
differently, which can bring along some happiness in your life or fulfillment in your life.
Definitely.
But that is what this platform is. Yes, I'm going deep now.
Yeah. Just with the intro, it's like
just with the intro, but very important. Please, and open to anyone. Like I said, we're probably gonna have some critics here and there. We don't care, because that's not our goal. Is for people that is in a bad space, that is looking for help with someone that could bring some encouragement to them. That's who we are.
Absolutely. People that are looking for motivation. I think that sense of like being in a bad space is not only going through bad things. Sometimes you just demotivated in your life, You're going through the motions and you think there's nothing for you, or you're just doing whatever you want and that's it for you. There's nothing more. For us, it's like, what? There's more to life, man. And we wanna share our experience to make you realize or just think things through a little bit more. So I'm excited. I'm ready to do this as well. So yeah, we hope you will find something in it for you.
And I think as we go along with the different episodes or sessions, you will learn a little bit more about us and who we are.
Yeah.
Because if we're just gonna give everything away, we're gonna miss certain points.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
definitely
certain parts of our journey maybe taps into something.
Yeah.
If you get what I'm saying.
Definitely.
So we don't want to sound repetitive.
No. Yeah. We'll talk about our work, and then maybe we'll talk about our family, and then maybe we'll talk about your mindset, and then maybe we'll talk about sport, or we'll talk about something relatable around a certain theme. But like Shane said, the idea is not to be repetitive in what you say, but rather to hone into certain experiences that we have in this life, and then take it from there. And then also to bring people in. 100%. So people that we know, that we maybe think could add value to the channel, and that can also speak from a perspective of similar to us, or even different to us, but something that's just going to give that little bit of insight into what's possible for you.
100%. Yeah, and the cool thing is, I think that the two of us, if we put our lives together, we some aspects or experiences through our lives touches on what a lot of other people are currently going through.
Yeah.
We've experienced some dark stuff. Well, not dark, but I mean bad. I mean
challenging
experiences. I'll just mention one thing: losing your sibling at a very young age.
Absolutely.
So that's just one
deep
thing.
Stuff. There's some deep stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, so guys, please stay tuned. We will try to get our first session out soon.
Yep.
And
definitely. Stay tuned to the platform.
Then we take it from there, and we keep this thing rolling, and we change lives, and that's the goal.
Yeah.
Or help change lives. I think the creator ultimately does that. But but yeah, we're just giving our experience because we're grateful for.
Yeah.
But you'll learn a little bit about us as well as we go along. Thank you.
True sport. Okay. Thanks, guys. Please. I think next steps is probably like follow us on the platforms that we're on, and then look out for the next session.
Cool.
That's it.
Yeah.
Cool, guys. All right.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, eh?